What's up, folks? This is Gray here, and today we're going to dive into a review of some flashlights by Olight. Now, you're going to have to bear with me. This is my first ever flashlight review, and I'd love to hear some feedback from you folks. Anyways, Olight was so kind to send me these 3 iterations of their flashlights. Basically, it's an EDC for everyone depending on your needs. We have something small, medium, and kind of large. And I'd like to get your feedback on which one of these that you would choose. Now, a lot of you folks know I've been carrying Olight for quite some time. I carry the M2 Warrior Pro with me, and by far it's one of my favorite flashlights. I like the magnetic charging. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. I think I brought it with me in one of my pockets here, but this is how that works. And you can bring this up here. Basically, it clicks on there via USB. And what I like this is I can use this with my solar options as well as my computer and whatever else I need to do to charge this thing. Very convenient. But we're not talking about this one today. We're talking about these guys here. So what do we have right in front of us, right? So we have the Warrior Mini 2 in this brass, this amazing brass look. I really like the look of this, to be honest with you. If you like brass, this is your thing, man. It's like EDC with a flare. Then over here we have the i3T, which is called an ancient bamboo. And then over here we have the brass bark pen. So let me give you a little bit of a close-up, because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the camera angle. I'm going to come down on this, and then I'm going to show you each one of these individually. We're also going to show you some night shots and kind of go through all the specs and whatnot. So hopefully that you can get a full understanding of each one of these lights. I did miss the mark. They were having a sale, but I do have an affiliate link and a 10% off code down below in the description if you choose to choose any one of these, because lighting is huge. All right, so let's move forward into this. Let me give you a close-up of this one here. This is the largest one out of the bunch. This is the Warrior Mini 2 in brass. I don't know if you can see that there. It does have the same magnetic charging capabilities as all the others, and all these flashlights are going to have pros and cons. This also has a sensor proximity on there, which I think is nice, and a multi-clip. You can use it 2 different ways if you've ever seen these type of clips. Removable clip if you like so, and also has a way that if you want to use it for a lanyard. Several purposes for that. It does have some weight. It's a nice beefy little guy and very powerful in such a small package. Moving on to the ancient bamboo bark. This one is quite intriguing, to say the least. This is the i3T. This is a very simple one right here, and what I want to show you that, I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I'll bring it up closer to the camera. Maybe it'll focus on that. But that is very nice. But when we get up close to these guys, you get to see a little bit more. It has a couple of settings on here. Again, has that clip. It is removable clip, and you can do it with 2 ways. You know, I usually it in the pocket, so it's a nice deep pocket recessed in my pocket. But some people like to also put them on their hats and whatnot like that. I think I can probably do it right here. And you can have a hat light if that's what you so choose to do so. A little crazy, but hey, you never know when that option might come in handy. At least you have that versatility. Now, let's say you're someone who works in an office environment or whatever the case may be, and you need an awesome pen. This is the brass bark. This is quite intriguing, to say the least, and wait till I show you the specs on this thing. This is going to be quite impressive. And yes, it is a working pen. It has a working pen, and the pen works great, and it comes with a second refillable option on there, because it gives you 2 refillable pen refills on there. Very quite easy to use, and there you go. It's quite simple. And like I said, the light's right here, and guess what? This also has a laser on it, a green laser. To say the least. That is awesome. Has a green laser on the front of that. All right, so now that we kind of went over these 3, let's take up a close look at each individual one of these flashlights. I will try to move through them relatively quickly, but I want to give you the most information so you have the most bang for your buck if you decide to purchase one of these lights through Olight. And you know, Olight has a lot of bigger variety than this, and anytime you want to use, if you decide to purchase an Olight kind of flashlight, you can use my affiliate code, which will save you 10% off. And sometimes they'll have sales. They always have these sales going on, which is very awesome. And I'm very happy to be working with this company. All right, so let's get a close look at these flashlights. Okay, folks, so this is the limited edition O-Pen brass bark. If you're into tactical pens and stuff like that, this might be something up your alley. If you can look at that, let's go ahead and move this to the side. But take a look at this, man. This is quite nice. Very simple, very easy to use. And if you want to charge it, you can just separate this here, and it's via USB charging. Also, you can push this button if you want to activate the laser by itself as well. Let's screw that back on real quick. Nice and tight there. And of course, down here you have your pen function down here. You can remove that. and this is your insert for your pen. Very simple, very easy to figure out, no complications there. And they do, I don't know if you guys can see that on there, but it has these rubber seals in case it gets raining out there, you get wet or whatnot, so it does have some sort of IP rating on that. This here is the flashlight option on this here, and this is where your laser comes out of on this point here. So let's kind of get into some of the specs of this guy here and break it down. You know, what does this pen offer? What does it have? You know, what can you do with this and how to operate it? Let's go over operation first before we get into the specs. So to depress the pen, you're going to push that down here. You see the pen kind of comes out there, and then of course to retract the pen, you're going to go there. Now to turn the light on, you're just going to quickly tap that, and that's going to bring that light on. And I don't want to point it directly at the camera, but you guys can see. And then if you want to brightness, bring up the brightness on there, and we'll go over the lumens and all that here in a second. You can just kind of hold it, and it goes through all the different settings. And you got, I think, 4 or 5 different settings right there, which is kind of cool. Then you can just click that, and it turns it right back off. But we'll look at all the night shots with this, because I know that's what you guys really like to see, is how well does it do at night. And each one of these have its benefits. Like I said, this is USB charging, and we'll dive into the other ones here. Then if you want to turn on your laser, you're just going to take this part here, and you're going to hold it down. You probably won't be able to see that laser there, but I don't know if you can see it on my hand. But that's basically the basis of the laser. Of course, it's daytime, but you can still see that's a pretty bright laser. All right, so you guys want to know some specs on this. I'm going to turn the laser off by depressing that and holding that down. Let's kind of dive into the specs of this pen. All right, so this pen here, basically you're going to have, let me see, we have high is 120 lumens, medium is 60 lumens, low is 20 lumens, and there's the moon option, which is very light. You know, if you're just trying to look for your car keys or something like that, or some paperwork when you shut the lights off in the office or whatever that you happen to be doing, is 5 lumens. Now the 5 lumens will last you 8 hours. What else do we got? I think this here, I think the 20 lumens is 2 hours, the 60 lumens is 40 minutes, and the high is 120 lumens, which is amazing to get something like this out of a pen. My wife is trying to steal this from me because she loves it so much, ironically enough, but quite the amazing aspect. Now, some people are going to say, well, how does it penetrate? And that's where we're going to cut to right now. Let's look at this thing and how it performs in pure darkness. All right, folks. So this is the O pen here. And take a look at that. Nice texture. Anyways, so there's where the light is right there. That little spot right there, that's your flashlight. And that's pretty cool right there. And then what we're going to do is going to turn this light on. And you're going to just basically click it one time, and that's going to bring up the light. Now I'm going to turn off the light, and you can see initially this 5 lumens is hard to see. And I'm going to spin that around there, and you can kind of see, I can see my hand, what's in front of me, but you can't see much from that 5 lumen. Now, of course, I'm bringing it up 20 lumens. Then we're going to go up to 60 lumens, which gives you a little bit more, you know, throw on that light, the little pen light there. And then we're going to max this thing out at 120 lumens. So let me go ahead and click that up. And you can see my hand pretty good. That's maxed out. And sorry about the grainy color, but that is 120 lumens. And doing it dark, this is my garden, and you'll get to see more of that in these other night shots. But basically, that's what you get. 120 lumens, which is not bad for a pen light, to be honest with you. 120 lumens is pretty good. I can still see my garden from here, but quite interesting. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you guys also would like to possibly see the other options on there, but I'm panning around there so that you can see the light itself. Like I said, it's not bad for 120 lumens, and that'll last you about 23 minutes on that. Now what we want to do is we want to turn on the laser. So let's try that. All right, folks, so here's the laser, and I'm going to add a little special effects to that so you can see that beam. And then what I'm going to do here is also turn on the light so that you can see it a bit. And then I'm going to kind of point it towards my fence and kind of see how far it actually penetrates even with the light on. But yeah, if you can see that there, basically my fence is about 30 feet away from me. So that gives you a distance of how far that laser is. You can see the spot on my hand here, and then you can see the spot as I'm kind of cruising through here, and that's the back of my fence right there. So that's the green laser on the O pen. What do you think? All right, folks, so now we're going to look at the i3T, this ancient bamboo. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has a very nice look to it. This also is brass, and as you can see, it's starting to get a bit of a patina to it. Some folks like that. Some folks will polish these things up, but make it your own by using your own oils and from your skin. It's going to give you that nice patina on there. Now, this is one of the simpler ones, but it also has a nice heft to it. What I like about it is its weight. It's very hefty. Also, you got your clip on there, and again, like I showed you, you can kind of attach that to different spots and whatnot. Now, this light is going to be a little bit different, so let's go ahead and move this box out the way. Anyways, you can unscrew this here, and this is going to take your standard AAA batteries, 2 of them to be exact. So you have 2 AAA batteries that you're going to run in there, and you can find AAA batteries pretty much any place that you're thinking of. Now, if you also see, there's that rubber grommet on there. So again, you're going to have some of that waterproofing aspect on there in case it gets wet in the rain or whatnot, or you happen to drop it in a mud puddle and just grab it. I wouldn't take it, out deep sea fishing or nothing like that, but it can be very handy in weather conditions. Again, I just love the way this kind of looks. This ancient bamboo bark kind of has like that bamboo look and that bark look to there. Of course, you have your lens here, and then you have your depressing here. Now, here's going to be the big difference between this one and the other ones. Is there's only 2 lighting modes on this, which is very nice and very simple for people who want something easy and functional. So the first click is going to give you that 15 lumens there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera there, but that's 15 lumens. Now, if I want to go higher and get the, I think it is, 250 lumens? Don't quote me on that. I know I have it here somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's, 250 lumens. I was absolutely right. I'm so proud of myself. Anyways, that is the 250 lumen setting there, and that's quite bright. And like I said, we'll cut over to the night shot here in a second to show you how it penetrates there. It has about 70 meters of penetration is what I call it, or throw, as some other people like to call it, on, when they're doing these reviews and whatnot. But very simple to use, very compact. Like I said, everybody has AAA batteries. Us in the emergency preparedness community, we stock batteries. So if you don't want something with a specialized battery or USB charging, this might be the option for you. Very nice pen light. It's not like a pen like we just showed you, but I call this more of a pen light style situation here. Anyways, very nice, very simple to use. Let's go ahead and check out how it does at night.
All right, folks, so here's the i3T bamboo light. Very cool texture. That's the button top there to depress that, to turn your light on. And there's the lens up front. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this light off here and check out this throw. Now, first we're going to start with 15 lumens. Again, I apologize about the video quality at night, but that's 15 lumens. And that'll run you about 28 hours so that you can see that. And then we're going to amp it up to 250 lumens. And to be quite honest with you, I was a bit impressed for 250 lumens. And with that, you're going to get over 480 minutes of it. So let's go ahead and crank this up. And I'm going to depress it again to get my lumens here. I was confused a bit at first, but then I figured it all out. You saw that? Anyways, there's 250 lumens, folks. That is quite impressive. For a little pen like that, and that gives you a 70 meter throw. That is 250 lumens in a small, compact device like that. Truly impressive. Look at that light, folks. Great floodlight. It's just all over the place. I was truly amazed by the power of this little thing. And very lightweight, to say the least.
All right, folks, last but not least is the Warrior Mini 2. This thing is pretty beefy. A nice all brass and black. I like this look here. It is very clean looking. And of course, like I said, the more you use it, the more you give you that patina look. And if not, you can always, clean it up and give it a little bit different. Anyways, let's go ahead and move this box out the way and kind of look at this thing here. Again, you can, all these lights are going to be different for different batteries. This is going to take a standard 18650, an Olight battery. It is the button top. It is proprietary to Olight. Some people say that you can use some other ones. You may, but if you want to make sure that you're safe, you want to use an Olight battery versus the other ones out there. So then, like I said, let me go ahead and put this back together. Again, you see that rubber seal right there, and that's going to make it nice and tight. So in case there gets rain or water and whatnot on there. So let's go ahead and screw that back together. All right, so now you have these different modes, and moonlight you're probably not going to see in this lighting here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Well, that's not moonlight, but let me see here. Let me go through the settings here, because you can't see moonlight, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip past that, but I'll tell you how many lumens the moonlight is, and then you're going to scroll through these different settings here. And as you can see, you have several different settings with that lighting, and that's the bright one there, or the brightest lumen setting there. And I'll go over that specs here in just a second. Also, you can also control the turning on and off from this aspect, which gives you the most brightest mode, which is almost like a turbo mode on like the M2 Warrior Pro, which is maximum. And I'm telling you, wait till you see this in the dark. This will light things up. Very cool. Anyways, it also has a couple other different things in there. You can see some on there. You have that little bit of there's a name for it, but I can't remember. But there's also a proximity sensor in here. I don't know if you can see that proximity sensor. The camera's going to focus on that. But that proximity sensor is going to protect you. If you get it too close to something, the light will dim down, and then if it stays too close to something after a minute or so, it will shut the light off. It's just kind of a safety mechanism built into this light, which is very nice. Of course, you can use the clip here. You know, a lot of people call these a Z clips and all these other different types of clips, but it's a dual purpose clip because you can clip it onto your pants, you can clip it onto VA here. You have those options, plus you have the lanyard option here. Now, if you don't like this stuff, you can always remove these things because they do come off. Again, this will connect just like any other one. You'll have a charging port like that via USB, which makes it very convenient, which is just like the M2 Warrior Pro. You can kind of see the similarities in that. Now this one here, love this knurling on here. It gives it a nice firm grip. Very quite intriguing. And you know what's funny, folks, is I'm sitting here, the wind is blowing about 25 miles an hour as I'm trying to show you this light, and there's a train going by. As much as possible noise is coming through in this video. This is awesome, loving it. I'm going to go ahead and pan over to the night shot of this flashlight so you guys can see the throw on it. But real quick, let me go over some of the specs of this light itself. So what do we have here? This one here has, like I said, we have the moonlight, which is basically one lumen, which will last you probably 45 days. And then you can go to the low aspect of it, which is 15 lumens, which will beat you about 164 hours. Then you go to the medium, which is 120 lumens, which is about 15 or 19 hours. High is 500 lumens, which is about 218 minutes. And then you have also the turbo, which is the brightest mode, which will show you when we pan over to the night shot, which is, wow, basically max lumens, man. That's enough. That's 1,750 lumens out of such a small little package. That is quite impressive. In turbo mode, this will actually have a throw of 220 meters. High mode, you're looking at about 117 meters. Medium, 57 meters. And low mode, about 19 meters. Quite interesting. And it does have an IPX rating of 8, just to kind of give you an idea of that. And it weighs about, I don't know, almost 7 ounces. A little under 7 ounces this thing weighs. All right, so let's see how this works out in the night shot.
All right, folks. So this is the Warrior Mini 2 Copper Edition. Look at that knurling. Love it. There's your button to turn it on and off, and there's also another button that you can depress here, also where you can charge from magnetically. Anyways, what I'm going to end up doing here is kind of turn off the light and let you see the throw on this thing, and we'll go through all the different settings and modes and whatnot. All right. All right, folks, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the moonlight here, and it's not going to have much throw, as you can see there, and that is 1 lumen. And then we're going to go ahead and amp it up to low, which is 15 lumens, which is not too horrible. And then there we are at medium at 120 lumens. And there we are at high at 500 lumens. Now what we really want to see is turbo mode. Look at that. That is amazing. That is 1,750 lumens. And there's your strobe. Hopefully you guys are not epileptic. I should put a warning on that. But that kind of gives you a breakdown of those modes. Again, that is the turbo mode right there. And you can see the amount of light it's putting out. I'm kind of looking up in the trees, the back of my lot there. But very bright light.
All right, folks, so that basically kind of completes my review of these 3 different lights. As you can see, each light has its pros and what you can use it for. And some people may look at certain things as cons, like, this one's, AAA, this one's USB, this one's more of a proprietary 18650 battery style. So when you look at purchasing flashlights, you need to know what purpose you're using this for. Is it something for, that you want something that's lightweight, you want something that's heavy, you want a specific throw on there, a specific amount of lumens, is the batteries easy to find, and so on and so forth. So you want to look at the big picture, all that. And I'm going to figure out a way to do flashlight videos a little bit better. I'm learning as I'm doing this one here, and I thought to myself, there's a couple of things that I could possibly improve on this, doing future reviews and all that stuff like that. But hey, I had fun doing it. The wind is, like I said, it's insane. 25-mile-an-hour winds today. I don't know if you can see it behind me or around me, or even hear the wind on my mic or whatnot, but it is insane out here. Anyways, folks, again, I do have an affiliate link down there. If you click that affiliate link, and then you can put my code down there, which I think is GPrep10 for GreyMan Prepping, but GPrep10, not case sensitive, and get your 10% off of any of the lights on their website, or if you happen to like one of these. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you like flashlights? What type of flashlights do you use? What do you think of the Olight brand? What do you think of some of these colors and these patterns and whatnot? These metals that they're using, and these styles, you know what I mean? I'd like to hear from you folks, and I had fun. I don't know about you folks, but if you did, give it a thumbs up. I truly appreciate that. That's always appreciative. And share this out to other folks you might find something like this interesting. Thank you all for being here with me on this review. Truly appreciate that. And remember, be safe out there, because you're not alone. This is GreyMan. I'm out. I'll see you guys on the rebound. God bless.